Hello, my name is Lavinia. I have over 20 years experience helping organizations gain clarity and control over their financial information. In today's video, we're going to be doing another demonstration, getting one step closer to accurate data collection. So let's get started on today's topic. Okay, so we're going over the month-end close process. And in our previous short video, I showed you this month-end close checklist dashboard. Let's look at some common adjustments that one would make in month-end close. The accounts payable accrual, payroll accrual, a prepaid expense adjustment, and then updating the fixed assets and posting depreciation. Today we're going to go over posting the payroll accrual. Let's look at the conditions under which we would need to post a payroll accrual. So remember in our last payroll, we downloaded the labor distribution report, and then we entered our payroll for 11/12/25 process date, and we made the payroll journal entry after consolidating everything into its cost by department. But let's take a closer look at the dates here. Even though we may have recorded our payroll as of 11/12 to cover this pay period, notice that there's some days where the labor occurred in the previous month. Let's take a look at the calendar. As you can see, some of October from the 26th to the 31st is in our 11/12 payroll. Our administration and day program works Monday through Friday. So within one pay period, they're going to have 10 days. The residential program runs Sunday to Saturday. So in the pay periods, they have about 14 days. Looking at our calendar, there's 6 days in the previous month. There's 5 days that the administrative and day program work, and then there's going to be 6 for residential. So let's plug that into our calculations. So for administrative, we're going to plug in 5 days, day program 5 days, and then 6 days for the residential program. So our calculation, we need to accrue $15,228.75 of labor expense into October. So we have our accrual, and then we have the departments in which we need to put labor expense. So let's go ahead and enter this into QuickBooks. So the first thing we want to make sure to do is to correctly date our journal entry. We want it to be dated as of the last day of the month. Now we're going to start making our entry. Going to credit accrued salary and wages. And that amount is going to be $15,228.75. And this is going to be the 10/25 payroll accrual. And then our next line, we're going to put the expense into the department. So start with administrative salaries. and that is going to be 7,901. Daycare services, 3,412.50. And then the residential services, 3,915. So there we go. We have a balance journal entry, and then we want to just attach our calculations that we did here to our journal entry in QuickBooks. And then what I want you to do from here is we're going to click Save. And now we've got that journal entry saved. Now what we need to do, now that we've put the part of the labor that happened in October, we need to take it out of November. So an easy way to do that is just click reverse. And then it reverses the entry. And then I'm just going to go ahead and make this the next journal entry. And then for the note, we'll just put reverse. And then, of course, we'll attach our supporting documentation, which again would be our calculations that we did here, showing that we're just taking those expenses that belong in October out of November. And then we'll click Save. And then that's how you do the payroll entry. You do your calculations, you put in your first journal entry that goes into October 31st, and then you date the first date of the next month. In our case, it was November, and then you do the reverse of that journal entry to take October's expense out of November. That's your payroll accrual. If you learned anything from today's demonstration, go ahead and like the video. Click subscribe and the notification bell so you'll be informed of my next video where there'll be another topic helping you get closer and closer to accurate financial data collection and good decision making with solid financial statements. If you'd like to connect, look in the description box and join me on my Upwork page. Schedule a free consultation and I can get started immediately. See you in the next video.